What if I told you everything you thought you knew about male sexuality was wrong? For the past decade, I've been studying ancient tantric practices that most men will never discover. And here is what I found. We are conditioned as men to think that our sexual energy ends with ejaculation, that intimacy is just physical, that we're supposed to bottle up our emotion, our power, and play small. But the ancient tantric masters knew something different. They knew that male sexual energy was not something to be depleted, but to be cultivated. A source of life force that can transform not only your sex life, but your confidence, your presence, and your entire existence. Today, I'm sharing the 10 Tantric Secrets from my book, The Tantric Male. Secrets that have helped thousands of men reclaim their power, develop deeper intimacy, and become the magnetic person they were truly meant to be. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will never look at your masculine energy in the same way ever again. Let's dive in. Secret number 1, separating orgasm from ejaculation. This is the first secret in the Tantric Male for several reasons. One is that it is our powerhouse, our store of energy. We get sexual energy coming into our bodies and spirits all the time. It's how we keep our species alive. It creates life. It drives us to create art, to create buildings, to create businesses, to do almost everything in life is driven by a powerful sexual energy. So if we can learn to harness this energy and use it to fuel our entire life, then we can start to create an amazing life. These are the secrets of Tantra. Tantra teaches you how to do this, how to take this sexual energy and transform it, transmute it in ways that increase your health, increase your relationships, and increase your opportunities in life. Second, we are programmed at such a young age as boys to equate ejaculation with orgasm. We think that an orgasm is reaching ejaculation and then the sex is over. And that couldn't be further from the truth. If we can learn to start separating those two definitions, ejaculation is when the male ejaculate comes out of you, and the main primary reason for that is to create a baby. That's the main source of the fuel for ejaculation. Orgasm, on the other hand, can be an infinite number of peak energetic sexual experiences. So you can become a multi-orgasmic man and have multiple orgasms during a sexual experience without ever ejaculating. And what the ancient tantric masters know is that the more you retain your semen, the more you have sexual experiences without ejaculation, that energy, that the things that make up this incredible life force called semen is recycled back into your body, and you get healthier and stronger the more that you keep moving that through your body. See, the semen is packed with the best stuff of our body because it's designed to give to the woman, to create the egg, and give to the baby. So each time you ejaculate, you are giving away your life force energy to the universe. So even worse, if you're just masturbating to porn or something, this whole society is designed to just suck the energy out of our body and spirit. So the tantric secret number 1, separating these two, ejaculation and orgasm, and learning to have multiple orgasmic experiences without ejaculation is going to be the baseline, the foundation of all of this tantric work. It's like plugging in your computer. It's the power source. And once you learn how to have this amazing surplus of incredible energy, then all kinds of possibilities open up to you. Secret number 2 is the energetic body. Now, once we start to master our sexual energy, we're going to have all this incredible energy to work with. And that becomes very important as you go deeper into understanding the nature of energy, the nature of the universe, and the nature of your energetic body. We are all energetic beings. We are broadcasting a certain energy with our thoughts, with our emotions. We're always taking in energy around us. And the ancient Hindu tantric traditions, also in China, was Tao. They learned and understood the energetic body very deeply. And so learning how the chakras work in your system, This is very ancient, esoteric knowledge, but it's very practical to learn how to move energy throughout your body. Once you become very sensitive to this, you can start to see energy. You can start to move it and manipulate it. You can move energy through your body and into your partner's body in a sexual experience and have incredible things happen. You can use this energy to make your body stronger. You can use this energy for more creative processes, for more art, for more business. And your health is going to get stronger. Your mind will get clearer. And it's this part is understanding the energetic body, using the chakras to go deeper. This is ancient knowledge, but very practical for the modern man. Secret number 3, the breath of life. Our breath is what connects us to the universe around us. Now we can go many days without food. We can go about 3 or 4 days without water, but without breath, we can only go a couple of minutes. It is our connection to the universe. Each time we breathe in, we are breathing in the universe around us. It moves through our mind and body and energy, and then we exhale and export that, who we are, back out into the universe. So the breath is a really incredible touch point in life. You can learn to change your mind. You can learn to change your state, your emotions, and your body with just a few short breaths. Now, there's thousands of years of ancient breathing traditions and techniques that are extremely, extremely powerful. And especially when you get into a sexual experience, part of the way of learning how to do retention and retain your semen is to have breathing techniques that you know how to do when you get close to ejaculation. This allows you to breathe, move body, move energy throughout your body, move energy into your partner's body, and learn to step away from that edge, that precipice, and retain that energy. So the breath can do amazing, wonderful things. It can get you into other dimensions. It can change your state, and it can just fill your body with this incredible oxygen and all the nutrients from the universe around us. So there's some very powerful breathing techniques that we go into in the Tantric Male, and just coming from the ancient traditions of Tantra, of Tao and China, and connecting the energy, the breath work, and our sexual bodies. So that's secret number 3, incredible, the breath of life. Number 4 is love. Now, there's all kinds of love. There's love of pizza. There's love of walking. There's love of your grandparents. There's the love of your sexual partner. There's the love for yourself. Understanding this is understanding all the different kinds of things that you feel affection for, feel connected to, will give your life for. These are all different forms of love. And this secret goes into understanding what are these different feelings and thoughts and how to experience and feel love without giving up your power. See, a lot of people will mistake love for attachment. And so they think that it is love, but what they're really doing is just filling a void that they have in their own life. And when you can connect with your self-love, connect with the love of God, the source energy, whatever you call it, then you're able to share that love in very selfless ways. You have a love for humanity, like the love for each person you come across. You have the love for your wife or your lover. You have the love for your family. You have the love for things that you love to do. And so this is a very important concept to grasp, to understand what it is and what it isn't, and to let go of all those things that aren't actually love. Love is an energy. It's a form, an energy form. And the more that you can tap into that, let it move through you, feel it for yourself, connect with God, feel that love of life, of the universe, the more that you will move in the world in a completely different way and attract to you all kinds of amazing people, women, lovers, experiences, opportunities. So vibrate, radiate with that love, understanding first what it is and then moving it throughout your spirit, your mind, your soul, and living with love always leading in that direction. Number 5 is the power of ritual. Now, ritual is like a doorway into another dimension. With a ritual, you can change mundane activities into extraordinary experiences. Think about ritual, what it is and what it isn't. So if you have a cup of coffee in the morning in the same place and do the same things, maybe you have coffee and write, or maybe you make a tea in the morning and read. Now this is a ritual. It gets you awakened. It gets you into a certain state of mind. And this is extremely powerful. And when you can do this consciously, then you have at your fingertips an incredible tool that can turn life into magic and to turn experiences that would be normal experiences into something incredible. So you can do amazing rituals with sexual experiences with your partner by playing music and setting the stage for a tantric experience. You can do rituals like before you play sports, tying your shoes in a certain way, listening to a certain music. You can do rituals with writing and, drinking a concoction at a certain time. But the main part of what a ritual is doing it consciously. Is setting out that development, that ceremony of ritual to guide you into a deeper mind state. So it's an incredibly powerful tool. When you start to understand ritual and how it works, you start to see it around you everywhere, and you are able to use it for yourself and to share it with other people to create incredible experiences and bring that magic into your life on a consistent basis, which will just really deepen your experience in Tantra, in your sexual energy, in your love, and it just makes for a more interesting life. Secret number 6 is the Tantric warrior. We are in a spiritual war, and the tools that you will arm yourself with going through these Tantra exercises, practices, mindsets are going to arm you for this spiritual war. Now, when you think about this, as you go through your day, your life, we are constantly bombarded with distractions, with people trying to manipulate us one way or the other, with different organizations wanting to give us their money or wanting to give us their mind, our thoughts. They want us to come to their way of thinking. So when you move through the world that is as it is now, you must be grounded, you must be present, and you must have a firm foundation of what your principles are, what your beliefs are, and what your dreams, visions, and goals are. And in addition to that, you're going to need some weapons. You're going to need some tools. And now this is on a double meaning. You're going to need spiritual tools to move through the world in this way so that you remain like a rock in an ocean that's just pounding it with waves. Also, you're going to need physical weapons. You're going to want to be comfortable with the weapons of war to protect yourself and your family, whether that be, with physical fighting or, guns or knives or swords or whatever it may be. It's better to be, as the saying goes, a warrior in a garden than it is to be a gardener in a war. So you want to be a dangerous man, but you want to be able to control that, to be feeling the vibration of love most often. But you want to be practiced in a physical sense of safety, of protection, to have that masculine energy of protection of your lover, your wife, your family, whoever it may be, of yourself, and also those spiritual tools of warfare. We're moving through this world. It's just seems to be getting faster. We've got so many things coming at us. AI is here, turning people into robots, and so we're going to need these tools, and we're going to move through the world as a tantric warrior. Number 7 is conscious awareness. Sometimes having no destination is the destination. This tool, this lesson teaches presence. and how to focus on the process and being exactly where you're at rather than some off destination that you're working towards. Now, this is great to balance between having a vision, having goals, always striving and working towards something, but being present exactly where you're at. A lot of the tools of sex and making love and touch, and a lot of things that are in the tantric tradition are tools to bring you into the present. So one of the things that we discussed in secret number 1 is orgasm ejaculation, is once you remove yourself from thinking that ejaculation is the end outcome of a sexual experience, you're able to experience sex in a completely different way. You can be totally present with your lover, striving to their pleasure. You can feel pleasure yourself and have amazing orgasmic experiences because you're not thinking of the final destination of ejaculation and then lay over and go to sleep. So being in this present moment, being in the conversation, having difficult conversation and being totally present in those conversations. When you're doing yoga or moving your body or working out, feeling that present moment, not moving too fast, too far, and hurting yourself. You stay present. You're always pushing that edge. And this is an incredible tool to bring your present into the now. And there's nothing sexier, nothing more attractive, nothing more magnetic than a man who is totally present and radiating this incredible, peaceful, calm, yet powerful energy. Secret number 8 is eroticism, exploring the edge of resistance. Now, have you ever had a massage that was too hard? It was painful, right? I had one in China one time that left like blood spots on my back. I was like, man, this is a really hard massage. Maybe it's supposed to be this way. And then I woke up the next morning and had blood spots. That's too hard, painful. You ever had a massage that was too soft? Just didn't do anything. It's like, man. So in between those two things is the edge of resistance. And that, as a tantric master, as a tantric practitioner, is where you want to dance around like a shaman dancing around a fire in the moonlight. This is the space of always pushing the edge a little bit, but being totally aware, totally present about what's too far and what's not far enough. And so you find this as you explore. It's always moving. If you're giving a massage, you're going to push and listen for the sounds, listen for feedback, and go deeper and fall back a little bit and find that edge of resistance that it feels perfect. Now, it's always moving, so it's not like you can just get there and find it and stop. It's dancing with that edge of resistance, and this is one of the tools that brings presence, and also your presence will explore this even further and make it even better. And this can go in every aspect of your life. If you're working out, pushing it even a little bit more each day, but never too far where it becomes dangerous to your body. Exploring ideas, pushing them farther and farther, and then always dancing with that edge. In conversations, having difficult conversations, pushing that, finding that truth, and then falling back, finding that edge of resistance. This is so important and such an incredible walking meditation to do. And it's one of the things that I teach in the Tantric Male. I have practices and meditations to find this edge of resistance, to get used to dancing with it. And this is just an incredible way of moving through the world, of always pushing your boundaries, but never too far, too fast, always dancing with that incredible edge of resistance. Secret number 9 is fearlessness. Fear holds us back from so many incredible things. It could be fear of losing our lover or our partner. It could be fear of losing our life. Fear is what keeps you enslaved and chained to a certain level of existence. If you are scared of losing things or getting hurt or having this experience, then you're always going to be able to be controlled. the only way to live totally free and to just get off the reservation and live like a tantric male is to banish fear forever. Now, this is easier said than done. There's a lot of things, and there's fears that are, inside of us to keep us safe, like jumping off of a building. You want to have a healthy fear of that because doing that will lead to your death. But so many things that we're scared of and fearful of are not actually that dangerous. For example, a lot of men have an incredible fear of going up and talking to a beautiful woman, at a bar or a restaurant or somewhere. And so this fear comes out of rejection. Back in the tribal days, if you got excommunicated out of your tribe, you may die. You'll be out on the elements on your own. You needed the tribe to survive. And so doing something like that would get you excommunicated possibly and be trouble. And we still have that in us today in our DNA. But now if you go talk to a woman and she says, no, thank you, most of the time they're going to be nice and just say, no, thanks. Occasionally they'll not be nice, but that fear is completely unfounded. The worst thing that's going to happen to you is she's just going to say, no, leave me alone. So, learning to let go of that fear, to push through it, to also get no's in everywhere. You want to go around life getting no's because each no is a step towards a yes, whether that be asking for business or asking for opportunities or asking a girl out. Lose these fears. We're all going to die eventually. So there's nobody's getting out of here alive. Most people aren't even thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. So many of these fears are even unfounded, not even true, and are keeping us from living an absolutely incredible life. So secret number 9 of the Tantric Male is learning to move through this fear, let it go. As if you feel a fear, taking action towards that fear immediately is the best way to move through it. As soon as you move through a fear like that and show yourself that it's not that dangerous, not that powerful, then it just begins to fall away. So this is one of the most powerful, potent forms of becoming a tantric male, is just banishing fear out of your life. Number 10, birth and death. We die a little bit each night and we are reborn in the morning. Secret number 10 goes into some deeper esoteric ideas and beliefs about birth and death. Death of the ego. As you move through transformation, some of the things that you will have to do is kill or die off other parts of yourself that just aren't useful to you anymore. I remember one time I was having a difficult time with an ex-girlfriend, and one of the things I had to do was to kill that part of myself. I did a ritual with myself to kill that version of myself that was upset by that. And this is one of the ways I was able to move forward in a different way, in a stronger, more powerful, more fearless way as a tantric male. So as we move through transformation, as we change who we are, like a caterpillar, turning into a butterfly, or just moving through transformation in life, one of the things that you'll have to do is learn to let go of the ego, death of the ego, let it die, even kill it sometimes if that's required, and move into a new version of yourself. So a lot of that happens in the crown chakra. That's where your birth and death takes place. And this is an incredibly powerful version of the tantric traditions, of Taoism, of God, of life and existence altogether. I mean, we're all born, we all die, and it happens a little bit each day. But the worst thing that can happen to you is a living death. Is not living your potential, not living your life, but just like a zombie moving through the life. So we want to just kill that version. If that's you, just kill that person, let it die, and let this transformation take place so that you can live your life to the fullest. Live with magnetic, powerful, masculine energy. Attract the lovers of your choice. attract the opportunities, create the businesses, create the adventures. Go see the things you want to see. Live your life, because when it's your time, you want those stories to tell. You want to share those things, and you want to look back on your life and say, wow, that was an incredible experience. I'm glad I did all those things. I'm glad I killed those versions of myself that wasn't making this possible. So there you have it, 10 ancient secrets that the Tantric masters knew thousands of years ago and that modern men desperately need to hear today. But here's the thing, and I need you to really hear this. Knowing this isn't enough. Knowledge without practice is just philosophy. And you didn't come here for philosophy. You came here because you know that there's something more that you can be. More presence, more power, more connection, more aliveness. These practices will change everything. Your relationship with your partner, your relationship with yourself, the way you move through the world, but only if you actually do them. So here's what I want you to do. Take one of these secrets in this video, whichever one resonated with you most deeply, and commit to exploring it this week. Not next month, not when things slow down, this week. Start with breath work or begin separating orgasm from ejaculation. Face one fear or create one ritual. Just choose one and go deep. And if you're ready to go even deeper, if you're ready to truly master these practices and unlock the full potential of your masculine energy, then grab a copy of my book, The Tantric Male. Everything we've covered today is on the surface level. This book goes deeper into each and every secret, giving you the exact roadmap, the practices, the techniques that has changed my life and thousands of other men. Link in the description below. And look, your partner is waiting for this version of you. You are waiting for this version of you. It's time to make them stop waiting. This is your chance to take your life to the next level, to become that truly magnetic, powerful, masculine man that you were meant to be, moving through the world in a different way, attracting to you anything that you desire in the form of lovers, opportunities, business. The world is opening up to you now. This is your chance. Let's jump in. I'll see you there.